Hey Hometalk friends, it's Sonia with Junk Monkey Paint Company. Get cozy. I am feeling like creating. So if you are in the mood for a DIY, you came to the right place. Who else just loves to sit down and get creative, especially when the weather turns a little bit chilly, a little bit cooler. I came dressed for the occasion tonight. I got my plaid on. Who else is a plaid girl? A buffalo check lover? You know, this sort of look, right? So I gotta tell you, this sort of look inspired me to do this DIY today. As you guys are popping on, please say hello below. Tell me where you're watching from. I am coming to you guys live right now from Pennsylvania, north of Pittsburgh. If anybody knows where that is, we've been getting snow this past week, which really puts me into the home decorating feels, all the feels. So please say hello. And I'm also actually joining you guys live right now in the comments below as well. So if you have any questions along the way, or you just want to say hello to me, I will say hello back to you if you say something below right now. So I was at my lovely Wally World this week. And like I say, can you tell I'm a girl who loves me some plaid? I even came to match the DIY tonight. Come on, guys. I got to get extra points for that, right? So I was in the craft section there and I spotted these. Now these, aren't they beautiful? There's actually 3 in a set. It was $5 and change. There's a deer, a snowflake, and a tree. And these are actually iron-on patches. But you know what? When I first saw them, I'm like, I just love that design, just like that. So some of you guys watching right now are probably getting ideas going, I could totally get those and iron them on my jean jacket or something for the, a denim shirt or something like that. Go to the thrift store, get a really cool, a paint shirt, whatever you want. Put that on. How cute hats, you name it, right? Who's getting ideas and how would you use these? So when I saw them, I instantly thought, man, before I even knew that they were patches, iron-on patches, how cute were the cutouts? I could totally do some really cool winter decorations with these. So like I said, $5 and change, not break the bank. I enjoy crafting. I love the therapy that I get. I love just sitting here, just doing this, putting on my favorite music, hanging out with my favorite friends and doing what I do. So I saw those. And by the way, I did pick up a second set I'm going to share with you guys as well because these were just put out. So in case you want to get them too, now's the time. They are hot, meaning you got to go get them now before they're all sold out. So this set right here had a holiday, good tidings, comfort and joy greeting into it. It had that red truck. Everybody loves the red truck, right? Are you guys in love with the red truck? I saw something actually in the last day or so, and it said something to the effect of what would you vote for, red trucks or Christmas gnomes? So tell me below, all right? What's your favorite? Red truck, Christmas gnomes. I know it's going to be a hard one, but you can let me know below. So the red truck was in this pack and also a wreath. So there's 3 in there as well. So another idea for somebody out there who just loves to even DIY and decorate what they're wearing. So when I went to the next aisle over, they had these blanks. Do you see what's coming together here now? The perfect size, the perfect storm, the perfect cocktail to make some really cute decor. This could be something that you're giving somebody. For example, if you work around the office with somebody, you're doing a secret Santa, you're decorating for yourself. Maybe you want to do a couple of these. I mean, I'm seeing we're going to do this together here tonight real quick. This is just going to be a quick 20-minute flip, really fast. But I'm really even seeing these 3 as we bring them together. And I'm going to show you how to antique your wood. Right now, it's just plain Jane wood, right? But we're going to make it beautiful. We're going to make it feel painted and antiqued. And then we're going to add our embellishments on top of it. You guys tell me how you would end up decorating with them, where you would put them. But I'm even thinking about, I could really see it across a mantle, 3 different silhouettes right here, maybe some beads running along. You guys see those wooden beads? Oh, I love the big wooden beads. I'm talking about for Christmas and stuff. You can get them out now, the strands of it, put them on your trees, decorate with them. I am in love with those. So I'm just even thinking about, some greenery. You got your pictures and you've got some beautiful vintage style beads. How cool would that be? So for this project, you just need whatever embellishments that you want to use. I'm going to use those. The other shape that they had, and by the way, these shapes at Wally World are only 98 cents. This is what, let me see here. This is what they're made by Plaid, and this is actually the sticker that's on them for anybody who needs to screenshot that so you guys can get out and get some too. But for 98 cents, it's going to make the perfect backdrop. So I got, I could do three squares, but I could also figure we could have fun with a circle too and see where it takes us, because that snowflake would be really cool. So So the colors I'm going to use tonight, I'm pulling out my Everlove Junk Monkey paint, which I don't have to prime or sand or strip. And I can decorate, I can paint furniture, but I can also make decorations to match my furniture with my favorite colors. So I have got Red Apple tonight for anybody who needs to know that color. I figure that's a really cool holiday color. I've got Mocha Madness right here, which is a beautiful, yummy mocha warm color, which I wanted to do an antique style DIY tonight, so that's why I pulled out those colors. And then of course the Antique Lace, which is our very most popular color ever, and I've got my glazes. So I'm going to go ahead and paint with these and lay them out. I hope you guys are chatting in the comments below. Tell me, how was your day? How was your day? Did you have a good one? Well, I see I already got antique lace on this one, so we know right now that this girl is going to be antique lace. She just screamed and said, Sonia, paint me an antique lace. So make sure you always stir your paints well. I'm going to go just with my shabby style chip brush. And guys, all the paints that I use here, including the glue that you're going to see me use today and the brush, you can get over on our website. It is linked right up above for you guys or down below, and it'll take you over to Junk Monkey Paint. So make sure you follow that link that Hometalk has kindly put up for us. So we're going to just splash this on real fast. This is fun stuff, right? Like when you don't have to break the bank, you don't have to pay a fortune, to be able to create your DIYs. And honestly, again, this is going to be a really simple one. So what we can do is get help from the little ones around the house, right? I'm picking a couple brush hairs out because I just realized that I should have done that with this newer brush. Always do that. If you're pulling out a new brush, what you should do before you start, right here, sometimes this is not clamped on really tight when they make them in the factories, and you start to brush and you get little hairs like this. Just, you know what? Just do that little tug right there before you start, and anything that wants to fall will fall before it falls out in your paint. If it ever falls out in your paint, it's okay, because you know what? It's going, just let it dry. Pick it out if you can, very lightly, but you know what? Let it dry, and for me, I sand it out when it's completely dry. So that doesn't really bother me when I see that. All right, antique lace in the house. That was easy. All right, let's go on with our next color. And this time we're gonna go with Red Apple. When you guys think of the holidays, do you have a favorite color that you like to decorate with? Do you have a color that to you like just, screams like, oh yeah, this is definitely Christmas. This is my winter colors. I almost pulled out our Woodland Fairy tonight. That is a beautiful green spruce color. That would be a good one as well. So you guys see right here, now we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna paint this little block up just like this. The nice thing when I use Junk Monkey paint is that, because you guys know I'm a junker, I'm a thrifter, so I'm always out hauling good junk to paint and just DIYing and make my home beautiful on a budget. We actually just purchased what I call is a new old home. It's a late 1800s home. It's beautiful. And we're excited to fix it up and do all kinds of projects. If you're following us, you've probably been seeing part of that story. But part of the fun when you have a home is, a place to call your home. It could be anything. I'm just thinking back to even when I had my first apartment. My first apartment, okay, you guys are not going to be shocked when I tell you this, because you're going to be like, yep, that's Sonia. My first apartment, my kitchen had yellow walls, and I was into sunflowers. The happiest flower of all. When you guys think back to your first apartment, what did you guys decorate it with? But there, no matter what size the home you have, or whether you're renting or whether you own it, the fact is, if you got your own space, whether it's your own room, your own four corners of the world that you call yours, whatever it may be, then at the end of the day, you guys know that there's just a lot of satisfaction that comes when you make a house a home, or a space a home, and make it really nice and cozy, especially this season, right? So this is what I love to do, just, working on all these projects. And these pieces that I'm going to do today, I'm actually going to keep for my decoration. So I am excited. So, and as you can tell with what I'm wearing, it's going to fit my vibe just perfectly. So this is Red Apple, classy Red Apple in the house. We just put one coat on. That's all we need. You can do more if you really want to, but I'm going to show you guys how I antique these. So honestly, there's going to be another layer going on top of them. So I'm not really too worried about putting tons of paint down. All right, let's do another one. This time we're going to do this one in Mocha Madness. Making me mad about mocha, which I could use some mocha right about now. I do like me a hot beverage. Well, I like my hot beverage anytime, but especially, you know, this time of the year. Oh, yes. So then if you're, let's just up the stakes a little bit, you know, if you're crafting and you're DIYing and you're making your home beautiful and doing all these projects, ain't nothing like a cup of tea or coffee, hot chocolate. What is your beverage of choice? Tell me below. Oh, this is pretty. This is a really pretty color right here. So I'm going to show you guys tonight how I use antiquing glaze to change up the color. Have you guys ever used antiquing glazes before? Do you enjoy altering the look of paint to make it look older? Have you ever wondered about antiquing glaze and how it works? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to actually use two colors that we have. So in the Junk Monkey paint line, we have black, brown, teal, and a white, all for different looks. Now, if you use, I'll start with the white. If you use a white or even our light teal, it's really going to give you more of a lime washed look because, like, for example, if you did black and you did a white glaze over the top of it, oh my gosh, that can be so beautiful. Blues are great if you want a coastal look. Instead of antiquing it dark, you antique it light, and it goes beautiful for coastal looks. But tonight I'm going to use the other two colors, which is a brown and a black glaze that we have. And what it does is it sits on top of your paint. It doesn't cancel out your paint, but it makes it look pretty darn cool. So let's go ahead and let these dry. Now I do have my handy dandy heat gun with me today because if you're somebody who does a lot of DIY like me, and sometimes, you know what, you just don't want to wait for paint to dry, that would be really boring for you guys. So I'm going to help us along right here. But these are the three colors that we have right now. And let's go ahead and dry them real quick. And we'll get ready for the next step. So yeah, you guys tell me below, have you ever used antiquing glaze before? Well, let me ask you, are you guys all painters on here tonight with us? Have you ever painted a piece of furniture before? Or are you somebody who tends to stay to the DIY crafting side, where maybe you love to, you know, do the smaller projects that can still involve paint, but it's the stuff that you sit around your table and do? So you guys are going to have to tell me below. I'm looking down to see what you're telling me below. And guys, by the way, I would love it if you would take a moment to share this video, to share the love for somebody who needs a little paint therapy tonight and maybe a little inspiration. This actually is a great project as well for, you know, for, like I said, for little hands. And so you can, you know, you don't have to buy those appliques or these appliques? Is it applique? Applique or appliques? That's another question I have for you guys. These stick-on patches, you could obviously do ornaments or anything like that if you want to even keep your costs down more, but it's great for a teacher project, or so, you know, tag your favorite teacher or somebody who maybe has kids that they put off, like, you know, activities with and are looking for some inspiration. So I think we're dry already. See, it doesn't take a whole lot of time for this to dry. The Junk Monkey paint dries quick. Yeah, I think we're good, which is awesome. Yay, perfect. All right, I think there's more wet paint on me than actually on these pieces. So next up, what I'm going to do is grab a sand block. I like to use a medium to heavy grit sand block, and what it does is it allows me to distress, but also as part of using the sand block, it allows me to knock off any like bits and pieces, so I can rip some paint off of here, but I can also, you know, if there's any little, for example, splinters or anything like brush hairs like we talked about. So it's always nice to do that. And I also feel and find that if I take a moment to do this, what happens is it makes my surface smooth. So when I go ahead and I put my glaze on top of it, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that in a second, it just goes on smoother, easier. And do this when you're painting furniture, same idea. It just helps things, you know, you're smoothing out the area. All right, so there is that one. Our mocha, can you guys see back there? Probably against the white counter, you can really see what that color looks like. Do you guys like mocha? Do you like the color mocha? I used to drink the, was it mochas that have half coffee, half hot chocolate? What's that one called? Is that a cafe mocha? I feel like it might be. Pretty. Look at that. See, now we got our red. Oh, beautiful. And now let's go to Antique Glaze and go ahead and smooth this one out. Do you guys like the antique look, the distressed look? Does that float your boat? What style fills your happy bucket? Tell me below. Do you have a style? Is it more eclectic? Do you have something that you tend to go to? For me, I love happy colors. I love antique. I love distressed furniture, shabby, rustic. That's definitely me. And I think that you should do whatever you love. All right, I think we're good to go right there. So just brush off this. If you have a clean brush, you can do that with it just to get some of the sand dust off. And now we have our 3 colors ready to go below. All right, my friends, let's go ahead now and get into our glaze. So the black and the brown glaze, how they work. Well, glaze, think about like a glazed donut. Glaze sits on top of your donut, right? And it changes it up, makes it a little extra tasty. Well, this is what glaze does to your furniture or your decor as well. But depending on the color that you pick, it alters the paint. It actually is a translucent medium, which means that you can still see the paint underneath it. It doesn't cover it over completely, but it can make, like if I put brown on something, it can give you more of an antique, grungy, tea-stained sort of look. Black is definitely more of a dramatic look. I'll do both of these down here so that you guys can really see the difference. That's really fun when you can see for yourself the difference. But yeah, black's definitely more dramatic. It's darker. Goes really especially good with grays. But you know what? I might put it on this red because I really feel like that would be really cool. I'm feeling it on the red right now. I once went junking. Go figure that. Who else is a junker on here? Loves to go to thrift stores and find other people's junk and repurpose them and upcycle and paint and all that wonderful stuff. Well, I once found a bread box and I painted it red and I did like a black glaze over the top of it. Oh my gosh, guys. It will forever go down as one of my favorite pieces. So when you put the glaze on, I'm just using a clean brush, shabby chip brush, and I'm brushing it all over my piece. Now I don't let it sit on it just like that. The longer you do let it sit on it, the darker though, the more that glaze is seeping in and sucking into the Junk Monkey paint pores. So the darker you want it, the longer you leave it on there. But now the next thing we have to do is wipe it off, okay? So we're gonna go grab a damp cloth, cheesecloth, if you even have paper towels or something like that. But at the end of the day, you just want something that's not gonna create too many woolies and leave that stuck onto your wood. So I have a cloth here. I'm just gonna spray it down the corner a little bit. And you don't want it to be soaking wet, but you do want it to be damp. All right, that's gonna be another really good tip if you're using glaze. And the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and wipe it off. So just like wipe in the direction of the wood grain. Oh guys, look how pretty that is. Do you see it? And the more you do this, the better you get in terms of your strokes of how you swipe the antiquing glaze. So don't beat yourself up. But if you see cabinet doors sometimes that are painted and have this beautiful look, this is a way to achieve that look. And you can practice on cabinet doors. Those are great if you go out and, you go to, like, for example, a Habitat for Humanity, or do you guys have some, maybe an architectural salvage in your area, something like that. Get cabinet doors, practice your glaze on that, and then turn those doors into signs as well. All right, I'm gonna hold this up for you so you guys can see it, but that is the, this is the red apple with the black glaze on it. So do you see how the red apple is still there, but now it's got this really cool red and black antique look, and that is how it changes it up. So now automatically it feels older, and also it gives it more dimension than just being a flat piece of red paint, right? On a piece of board. All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. So that is the red. What do you guys think of that one? Give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, say, yep, I like it, Sonia. Let me know below. All right, for the next one, how about we do the next two since they're both light colors? How about I show you them in the brown glaze? That work good for you guys? So let me grab another clean brush. Into the glaze we go. So remember, glaze is not paint. It goes on top of your paint, sits on top of your Junk Monkey paint. You put it on, you brush it on in the same direction as well that you applied your paint. Same direction as your wood grain. Here's a way to do something really fun too, since we're on this topic, that if you want it, you could use your stain over just completely natural wood, unsealed wood. It would suck right into it, and you can actually use it as a way to stain your signs, your wood, without having to deal with, you know, oil-based products and just hard to clean up. It makes it really easy to work with. So now we've got the glaze on. Now what we do is wipe it off. So remember, the longer I leave it, I'm just spritzing my, this is a little container that I get at my dollar store, by the way. I have a couple of these. This one's even missing the top part on it. Huh, that's okay. We can still make use of it. You know when things just roll away sometimes? Yeah. It'll like turn up when I'm not looking for it. But just get some of these. These are awesome. If you're a painter like me, just to have for $1. Get them at your dollar store, your Dollar Tree. I think that's where I typically get them. And now we've talked enough that I think it's okay to go ahead and wipe this off. So remember, we have a lightly damp cloth, and now we go ahead and we wipe it off. Look how beautiful that is right there. Isn't that so pretty, guys? So imagine, this could be your coffee table. This could be your end table. This could be your dresser, you know, whatever you want it to be. This could be the beautiful legs of a, actually, let me just straighten those up just a little bit because I want to go in the direction that I painted. But yeah, this could be the legs of maybe a plank style table that you're doing for yourself. So when you wipe it off, just turn it over, go to the other side. This stuff, like I said, cleans up really easy, so don't worry about that. And you just basically, I'm gonna hold this up so you guys can see it, but it might be easier to glaze if you just laid it flat and didn't touch it. Wipe it off as much as you want. And I'm gonna keep a bunch around the edge because I think that would be really cool. And what happens is you start to learn pressure when you glaze. And sometimes, you know what, you put it on and maybe you want it to like sit into the crevices of, for example, when we talk about kitchen cabinets and things like that, right? Or you have a dresser and you want it to sit somewhere, like for example, right here along the edge. I'm not gonna wipe that off. I'm gonna leave that sit right in there and let that dry. So there we go. That is now our next antiqued base for our piece of winter holiday decor. Perfect. All right, and then let's do the last one as well. So let's do the brown. So what's your favorite so far? Look how I just spilt some glaze on there. It's okay. What is your favorite so far? Do you like the brown or the black glaze? Are you more of the softer glaze, or do you like the more pronounced dark black? And if you've used our glaze before, tell me below, what was your project and what color did you use it in combination with? That is always fun. I think every time you do different combos, you fall in love with a whole different. I'm gonna fix that little spot up right there since I wasted it on there. All right, and now we go. Remember, the longer it sits, the darker it will get. You don't just put it on and leave it on. You put it on and you wipe it off. All right, keep turning your cloth over. Your cloth is damp, remember. Pretty. You guys getting inspired? Are you getting ideas? Are you thinking, oh, I could do that? Glazing is a lot of fun. Look at that. That is a mocha with our brown antiquing glaze over the top of it. This is beautiful. Like if you did this on a dresser and then you did a dark top on your dresser, so beautiful. So likewise, if this was your dresser and you painted a black top for the top of it, absolutely gorgeous. So what do you guys think of our antiqued pieces? Now what we have to do is let them dry, okay? Now for the purposes of what we're doing tonight, we're gonna make this really, really quick. I wanna make sure you guys have all the steps before I go, and I want you to see what it's going to look like at completion. So let me dry this real quick. Thank you again, guys, for those who have shared this video. I appreciate the love. And if you've shared, will you type up below and let me know so I can give you some love back? I appreciate you guys doing that. That means a lot. All right, and I think we are good to go. So now the next thing that we would do, if we had tons of time, is seal these, okay? So I like to use my banana peel, which is, okay, this is the simplest way to think about it. this is the way I always look. This is me, if you know me. Always I look like this when anywhere I go. Anybody else feel like, you know, you either look dressed up or not? There's always paint somewhere. So banana peel, think about like a banana has a carrying case that protects it. Same thing with banana peel. So for your painted pieces, putting on a coat of banana peel. For pieces that get a whole lot more use than a piece of decoration, use at least 2 coats. But all I would do next is go ahead and put a light coat of banana peel over the top of it. Our banana peel dries clear. It is a matte finish, which means that it keeps it on the rustic feel. It's not high gloss. If you're trying to create pieces that have vintage charm, you really don't want a high gloss on them. At least for me, I don't. For the style that I do, I like for pieces to look like it's seen ages of use. Another product that we have, which could be a really fun option, is Big Shiny Dreams for your furniture. Meet Pete. Meet Pete. He is the monkey that has got big shiny dreams for your furniture. So this is think of it like banana peel, but also with a little bling bling. This actually has silver pigments into it. And it can give a really cool pearl silver look to your pieces, which will be awesome for the seasonal, you know, decorations. So let's pretend that we've done that. The very next step that we would have to do is just glue on those beautiful pieces, excuse me, that we found. So for example, and this is the glue, guys, that I am going to use. It's called Rapid Fuse. You'll find this on our website as well. It's linked again up above or down below. Hometalk has kindly done that for us. It's called Rapid Fuse, and honestly, it sets, even it says on the front, bonds virtually everything, and it sets in 30 seconds. Excuse me. We actually currently have a sale right now on that paint on our website. So if you want some, now's a great time to get it. If you're getting your paint, throw a little bottle of this in as well. So now all we would have to do next is apply some of our glue to the back of these little pieces. I'm just going to hold off because I have to seal before I do this. And then we will go ahead and we would put them on. Aren't they sweet? There's a little bit of there must be a little bit of a tack glue on the back of here. We're just going to pretend that this is our actual glue for the purposes of this video. You know how sometimes they put little glue strips in the back of stuff just so it stays upright in the package? Well, yeah, we're just going to make use of this for right now. All right, until we can really glue them on. All right, let's get that on as straight as possible. But you guys know that I will be taking them off so that I can, like I said, seal and then do a real good glue. And then they will be done. I think these will be so cool to intermingle amongst my garland. Oh my gosh, guys, this is the perfect size. Anybody else get excited when things actually work out? When a good plan comes together. Oh, we love it. So right about right there. So there you go. So imagine, and listen guys, if you're following me, Sonia at Junk Monkey Paint Company, it's also linked up above. Hometalk kindly has our page linked. If you follow me over there, you'll see how I make use of these tonight on my Facebook page. I'm going to intermingle them amongst some garland that I'm going to be picking up this week, and we can decorate and stage them together. So I will see you guys over there in just a little bit, but there you go, fine and fabulous. What do you guys think of this project? Do you guys love these little patches that I found for us to have fun with? And there are no rules in creating, so even though they're patches and that you could truly iron them on if you want to, you could also not and make some really cool decor just like this. Oh, I got plans and they're multiplying, friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here on Hometalk. Thank you, Hometalk, for having me. I love hanging out with all my Hometalk friends over here and all the Banana Bunch family. Be sure to subscribe to Hometalk and give this video a thumbs up. There's tons of other creators and creatives that come on and share all kinds of just wonderful ideas for the home and the garden. I can't wait to go and decorate with these around the house. All right, I will see you guys again next week. Stay warm and go bananas creating. Have fun because it's a whole barrel of monkeys. It's a whole lot of fun. See you guys next week. Bye.